What's up everybody, this is Tyler from TenThumbs Pro coming at you with another lesson. I was at the Grand Southern Ukulele Festival in South Sea last week. They played Uptown Funk. It brought the house down. So I thought, let's do some Uptown Funk, alright? Now I'm going to be doing a bar chord version because I want to keep it nice and funky, but no, you can play the open chords and follow along still. And we're going to be rocking the bass line out. Everything you need to rock this classic jam, alright? Well, this modern classic jam. So what I want you to do, TenThumbsPro.com. We have new songs every Saturday, new songs every Wednesday. Techniques, all kinds of cool stuff, downloadable jam tracks, Skype lessons, everything you need to be a better ukulele player. But if you came for just for this lesson, I dig it and I respect it. It's time to get funky. So grab your ukulele, grab your attention span, grab your brain, follow me on, and let's break this lesson down right now. Uptown Funk, gonna give it to you. We're gonna break down a couple of pieces. I'm gonna break down the bass, and then I'm gonna show you how to get this on the bar chord with a funky groove in 16th time. You could play it with a D minor and a G7 up here, but I don't think it quite sounds the same. Alright, but you could do that if you want. I think there's a couple of other videos out there going over this D minor G7 version, but I want to show you how to get a groove that looks something like this. I think that's a little more true to form to the song, alright? But anything that I'm doing on this D minor and this G7, know that you can do on this D minor and this G7 too, so all levels can follow along. But let's start from the beginning of the song. Let's start from the bass, that part that goes. Alright? What I'm doing here is I'm playing the D note, which is the 2nd fret of the C string. Then I'm going up and grabbing an F note, or the 1st fret of the E string, and hammering on to the G note, which is the 3rd fret of the E string. After I'm hammering on, I'm going back to that E note and grabbing the D, and then doing it again. Alright, so hammer on, back down, D, 1st fret, hammer on, back down, D. So D, E, hammer G, E, D, E, hammer G, E, D, and then you D and then slide down. Now there's not a lot of room for you to slide, so you have to kind of be creative and slide and pull off. You could do a D, D, but it sounds a little better if you do D, D slide. So let's go ahead and play through that bass part 4 times together. Here we go. Alright, and that's also the part that they're saying with the do ba bo bo ba bo bo ba bo. If you have 2 ukuleles and you want to be super cool, you can go ahead and grab the same riff up here. And you can hear that the effect, the slide here is a little more dramatic. You have a D note on the 10th fret of your E string. Then you're going up to the 8th fret of your A string to grab that F, and the 10th fret to grab that G note. And it's the exact same notes, just an octave higher. Alright, so that's the bass. When I would play this on my own, I'm going to play this 4 times by myself. Excuse me, if I'm gonna play this on my own, I'm gonna play this bass line 4 times by myself before I go to the chords. So I'm gonna start out and play something like this. Okay, so let's talk about the chords then. I have a D minor, and I'm barring the 5th fret, all the notes. If you are a beginner, feel free to play along with your classic D minor open shape, okay? It doesn't mute as easy and it's not quite as funky. That's why I play this bar chord. It's an easy bar chord. So even if you're new to bar chords, you should still be able to fret this one fairly easy, just one finger. And then I'm playing a G7. You may recognize this shape if you've played the D7 up here. And the D7, I'm barring the 7th fret, middle finger, 8th fret, A string. Again, feel free to grab that G up here, okay? Now, let's start with the D minor rhythm, and we're going to play that. And I'm going a down and up. But it's not quite that transparent because it's going down, up, down, up. So in between that down and up, I have another up, down, and that's muted. So I'm going down, up, down, up. Nice and slow. So you want to be able to release the pressure on your D minor to get this scratchy noise. I'm strumming, but I'm not getting any noise because I'm not fretting the chord. If I get enough requests out there, I'll do a tutorial on the funk strum. Basically what we're doing is we're counting 16th notes as opposed to 1, 2, as opposed to a 1, 2, 3, 4, which is quarter notes, or 8th notes, which would be a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We're going 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. And I'm going down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. Just down, mute, mute, up. And that happens 2 times on the D minor, but notice the rest between the two, right? Try to play along with me, even if you're playing the D minor. It's the exact same thing up here. There's just more open tone, so it doesn't sound quite as funky. Alright, that's all I'm doing. Down, up, down, up. 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 Okay? Let's do the same thing now, but let's repeat that pattern on our G7. So it looks like this. Okay, so that's the foundation of that song, and if you play just those 2 chords with that rhythm through the whole song, it'll work. But we want to add a little more funkiness to that G7. So the G7, I'm going to go down, up, up, down, up, down. What does that look like? Down, up, up, down, up, down, up. Alright, that last up, you'll probably be going to the D7. But if we take it really slow over the G7, it looks like this. Alright, down, up, up, down, up, down. Down, up, down, up, down. In the context of the groove. Okay? Now, that first strum pattern I showed you, over the D minor 7, we'll work over both chords. Only add that funkiness to the G7 once you get that particular transition down. Also know I'm just turning it around, and if you want, you don't have to play the same thing twice. Feel creative on the G7 and do your own thing, make it your own. And try any combinations of down and up that you want. The key is just to keep that finger moving the whole time because that funk is non-stop. So the key is just to keep that main finger moving and throw in some squeezes. This here's that ice cold, that Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. Alright, so that's the premise of the song. There's also a cool little bonus lick that he's doing where he's going up and down on the C. He's going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, hammer to the D, and then slide down. Alright, and you can hear that later in the tune. It's like down, up, down, up, down, up, hammer, down. That's just a little bonus lick if you want to throw that in there. Also, if you want to get more of a Prince vibe going on this, because it's kind of got a funky Prince vibe, you can chop the top off of your D7, D minor 7, excuse me, and your G7 if you want, and play something like the 3rd fret of your A string, the 1st fret of your E string, and then move from the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret. That gives kind of a Prince vibe. Alright, now. It's kind of just chopping the end off these chords, right? And doing the same strum pattern. Okay, Uptown Funk. Enjoyed it, alright? 10 thumbs up if it helped you. Remember, it's just D minor, well really D minor 7, and G7 too if you want to just kind of strum along like this. Which you can do, and I don't mean to make fun, I don't mean to poke, I don't mean to laugh, but you could do that, the same thing you would. This here's that ice cold, that Michelle Pfeiffer, that white gold. If you just kind of want to play along and have some fun with it, okay? But this funky strum is really what's going to make it. Cheers. All right, Uptown Funk, we got funky. How fun was that? It's a lot of fun to play, a really cool song, and I'm really happy to bring it to you, all right? TenThumbsPro.com, get involved, become a Patreon, help us grow. Everything that you give to us, we put right back into 10 Thumbs Pro to expand and keep on rocking and keep on rolling, all right? Cheers, TenThumbsPro.com, and until next time, keep on doing you, we'll keep on doing us. Take care, bye.